I
are,
guess
what
I'd
would it be?
say possibility. Really, being retired opens up my day and really my life to lots of possibilities. Having done the financial planning, which I know is not going to be the focus of our conversation, but I got here for a reason, and it's just I feel like I have a lot of possibilities open to me, and sometimes those possibilities are just leisure, and it's given me an opportunity, also opportunity to think about what's important to me and focus on things that matter the most to me.
Possibility. I love that.
Just 4 years,
How long have you
almost
been retired?
this week.
Wow. Okay. So 4 years now. Let's talk about the possibilities that you are not able to pursue during your working years. So sounds like pickleball is one of them. What else have you been able to
I
spend time
mean,
on that you just couldn't
um,
during your working years?
I don't really feel like it's opened up for me things that I didn't do before. So maybe, maybe I think more about the choice I have on a daily basis. But, I fill my day with spending time with friends, going to visit friends and family, getting together with circles of friends in other places. Um, and then, on a day-to-day basis, a lot of pickleball, fishing, walking, hiking. Really, all of that's really kind of been accelerated over the past few years. Um,
Where do you live, David? What's your
I'm in
exact address?
Connecticut.
No, don't share that. I'm just kidding. But where do you live? So right now, you've been retired 4 years, pickleball, more time with family and friends. Love hearing that. Let's talk about the transition. So we're going to go all the way back to when you started just your career. But before we even get to that, people love, I read all of your comments. You talk about the transition. What was it like actually telling my employer I'm done? How far in advance had you
Sure.
been planning for retirement? What
I
was that
was
transition
working
like?
for a large asset manager and was in a role I absolutely loved. And I was kind of serving as a mentor to people starting their career out, but I didn't have people working for me, and it was a great job. If I was in that role still, I would probably still be working. Um, right around the start of the pandemic, I got moved into another role that I didn't like as much, but it was working from home exclusively, and I made the most of it. And I think I did some really good work in that time. That was about a year and a half. And then I decided, and just by the way, during that time, I was definitely thinking, I didn't like that I was forced into that role. I didn't really feel like I had growth opportunities at that firm. And I started to think about what it would look like to wind down my career. Um, and then I found another job within the firm, but things didn't work out as planned. They kind of did a little bit of a bait and switch. I ended up in a role I really did not like getting up in the morning to go to. And by the way, going to was still 100% work from home. But just even getting, dialed in the morning and my routine day-to-day work was for the first time in my career, I just did not like my job. And so it was very easy for me to make the decision at that point. I'd already been thinking about the numbers. I already knew I didn't have to work. And that's when I made the decision to give notice. And I gave them, the standard notice. My manager was not surprised at all. And it was a pretty easy transition out because I had only been working for that team for about 2 months. And I think also coupled with the pandemic and everybody working from home, from when I stayed home in March of 2020 to when I went in to turn in my badge and my laptop, I hadn't set foot in the office even one time. So all of the appealing things about going to work and being with people and working with colleagues, and just those connections, I really hadn't had that for a long time.